Everyone, my name is Gordy Vigent and I'm a Recreation Program Coordinator down at the Ithaca Youth Bureau. Today we're going to go over a basic ball dribbling series for basketball, stuff that you can do while you're at home, outside in the parking lot, or maybe in your driveway. Just make sure you're not at a public park. And we're going to start off with taking the ball high, and we're going to go off our finger pads, and all we're going to do is deflect the ball back and forth. So we're going to start off nice and high. If you don't need to look at the ball, don't look at the ball. But if you'd like to get a little bit better at it at first, go ahead. You're slowly going to start bringing it down to your body, all the way down to your toes. And you're going to keep coming up. We're going to try to go 5 times. So that was 1, 2. Make sure you're going off the finger pads, not just your fingers. And you're really focusing on going from all the way up to all the way down. That's 3, 4. Lastly, do 1 more. Come all the way up, and that's 5. The purpose of that is to work on your hand-eye coordination before you start. When you're dribbling, you always want to make sure you're pushing down with your finger pads, so that's why we start off with that drill. The next drill that we're going to start off is doing small circles around our body with the ball, just to try to gain control of it and make sure that the body has an extension off of the ball. You want the ball to be an extension off your body. So we're going to start off just doing 5 circles around the head. And then you're going to go around your waist for 5. And then we're going to go around our ankles for 5. That was easy, right? 15 rotations around the body. Now we're going to reverse it. So if you went clockwise the first time, you're going to go counterclockwise the second time. But this time we're going to start low. 5 around the ankles. 5 around the waist, and 5 around the head. If you guys were able to do that without dropping the ball, congratulations, that's an excellent job. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to get on the ground, and you're going to use your dominant hand. If you write with your right hand, you'll use your right. I'm a righty, so that's what I'm going to go with. And we're going to work on going 10 dribbles outside of our leg, 10 dribbles in the middle of our leg, and 10 dribbles on the opposite side of our leg. So we're going to start 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we did 30 dribbles across our body with our strong hand, our dominant hand, which is my right hand. Now we're going to switch it up. If you're able to use your other hand, we're going to ask that you try to do that. If you can't get to 10 dribbles, maybe stop at 5 or whatever you're comfortable with. But we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once you've gotten all of those dribbles down, you are finally ready to stand up and get going as we get going upwards. So the first one that we're going to do is we're going to start off with our right hand. We're going to make sure that our knees are bent, the ball's on the side of our body. We're under control, and we're going to try to have our eyes up like I am facing you at the camera. If you can't do this, make sure that you keep your eyes down and try to keep the ball under control. That's the most important thing. So we're going to start off with 2 dribbles. With our dominant hand, we're going to cross over, cross the ball across our body, and go to our non-dominant hand. So we're going to go do this for about a minute. So we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, cross, 1, 2, cross, 1, 2. Good. So we're going to keep trying to do that for about a minute if we can. Remember, the key things are to push down with the finger pads. We're going to go across our body under control, and then we're going to make sure we finish up after about a minute. So if you have a friend, a neighbor, or someone who can time you, make sure that you use help. Maybe your parents can, or your guardians. Maybe you have a younger sister. What we're going to do next is we're going to make sure that we're trying to work on going around our body. So we have one leg out, our right leg. We have both of our hands. We're going to try to go circles around the one leg using both hands. So we're going to push the ball, keep our head up, and we're going to keep trying to do circles just around our right leg. Doesn't matter how many dribbles, doesn't matter how we do it. We can go frontward, we can go backwards. We just want to make sure that we are under control. Once you get that down, we will go for about a minute around the right leg. Then we'll switch it up and go right to the left. Same thing, keep the ball low, under control. If you need to look at it, you can. If you can look up, you can. but it's really important to just make sure that the ball is in our possession. Good point guard always has the ball under control. The next thing that we are going to do is one that involves a little bit of walking, so you need a little bit of space. So if you're in a driveway, you can do this, but where we're going to start off is you're going to walk, and you're going to put the ball in between your legs with your head up, and you're just trying to gain the path of which way you're going. So we're trying to control the ball with our head up, and it's going to make it easier when we start dribbling. This time, you just keep the ball in the air. Head up, through the leg, through the leg. After practicing a few times in the driveway or at home in the basement, you're going to want to step up and we're going to work on dribbling. So now I'm going to keep my head up and I'm working on dribbling through while also looking forward. The question of the day is, when you're dribbling, why is your head always up? Here's the answer. If you're a good point guard, you need to see the court. You want to have your head up so you can see anyone that's open. So that's why when we're dribbling, we're always looking up. You want to see if they're open. It's the key, boys and girls. Make sure you understand that. The next thing that we're going to do is the two-step cross. We're going to dribble twice to the right, cross to the left, dribble with the left, 2 dribbles, cross to the right, cross over, cross over. 2 dribble cross. The longer you have, the better for this. This is a really short space, but it's okay. I'm still getting my practice in, but I'm keeping my head. I'm switching angles, and I'm still working on the cross. When we're going for the crossover, you don't want to have dribbles that are high and loose. You want to be really tight and under control, and you want to come at an attacked angle. So if I'm going to the right, I want to cut back fast, have the ball under control. My opposite guard hand can be up to protect from the defenders. And I'm switching to cross, switching. Make sure we're switching under control on the cross. Now what we're going to do, one of the last ones of the day, is we're going to see if we can work on doing a figure 8 with our dribbling. A figure 8 means that we're going to go through our legs in and out. So I'm going to go real slow. So if I start here, I'm going to go around, then I'm going to come on the backside, come around, through. Try to keep it up if you can. Once you get a little bit of practice, it's easy to go around and keep the ball up. I'm on a little bit of a tilt here. It's a little troubling, a little tough, but we make it work. Anything to get better. Anything to get better. So we're up, coming through. We're gonna go 1 minute on a figure 8, and you're gonna see how many times you can get it through. So in a drill like this, any times where you can do 15 to 20 rotations of this in a minute is really good. For any of you beginners, probably about 10 to 12 would be really good. So challenge yourself and see what you can do. The other challenge I have is see if you can go, looking in a mirror if you have one at home, maybe in your room, seeing if you can go behind the back without looking and keeping the ball going. This is something you can challenge yourself with. Righties and lefties, you can both do this, boys and girls. It's challenging, but it's also rewarding. Look forward to seeing you guys next week when we do basketball passing. I'm Gordy Beejant, and I'm out.